look, they ain't paying me enough, right? So y'all can stir the shit all y'all want. I know I ain't gonna click out, but y'all not paying me to promote and all that shit. So look, I ain't gotta go talk shit and all that. Like, kinda, you getting paid, you talk the shit. I ain't gotta talk shit. Go ahead.
I'm not going to say anything that you haven't said. I'm just going to mention that you said Conor wasn't a world-class fighter. Do you still actually believe there is a golfing class? You've had that experience. You've won those world titles.
I mean, it's like this. I just feel like I'm not gonna say he's not world-class. He hasn't proven himself world-class yet. You know, I did. I've been number one in the world twice already. I've been a world champion twice already. So I've been to that top. I'm not gonna say he's not, but he hasn't been yet. That's all.
Okay. It's all very friendly up here. You've made the trip to England twice in the past, unsuccessfully. You didn't get the result either time, but what have you learned from those experience fighting in front of those British boxing fight fans? And how are you confident that this fight at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on April 11th ends differently?
I mean, for me, as far as coming with the British fans are great, bro. Like, I don't have no problem fighting in front of British fans because they love boxing. So I feel like it's not my country, but at the same time, it is. I won't say it's my country, it's not my home, but at the same time, they embrace boxing just like they love us. So I'm cool with it.
Ridge, we've spoken to a few people on this stage about the enormity, the size of this Ring Magazine card on Netflix, you know, going out to tens, hundreds of millions of homes across the world. Do you understand the scale of that opportunity and getting the win? What do you want next?
After this, I mean, I feel like it'll be whatever I want. You know, I can say whatever I want. I can call anybody who I want and tell them whatever I want. After a fight like this, like, all right, people won't have to come to me with opportunities. I'll come to them, and that's how it'll be.
Seeing as everyone's being very nice on this stage, let's say some nice things about Conor. What does he do well that you are going to have to deal with on fight night?
I don't got nothing to say bad or good. I mean, look, we're going to fight Saturday, and that's it. That's all it's going to be, you know?
We know Conor fights with a ferocious pace. You know, last time out it was a bit more measured, but we know that he has that Benn DNA in him. You got what it takes to nullify that, to neutralize it?
I mean, of course, bro. I told you I've been at the top twice. I've been a world champion twice already. Of course, I wouldn't take this fight if I don't believe I can win it.
There's been some claims that this camp hasn't gone as well, you know, from the world's media, those sat in attendance, that you're injured, you know, would like to put paid to some of those rumors. What version
Not injured, bro. Listen, in camp, things happen. You're not going to be 100% in camp, but I pushed past it. I'm not injured. Everything is fine. I don't even know where they came from, but whatever. I'm good. I'm fighting on Saturday.
You're fighting on Saturday, you're going to be at 100%?
100% I'm fighting on. I'm good, 100%. I'm fighting on Saturday, 100%, yes.
This run, at this age, at this stage of your career, you still believe you can climb to the top again and become three-time world champion?
Of course, yeah. I mean, like I said, bro, I wouldn't even be here. If I didn't believe myself, I wouldn't even came. I wouldn't even took the fight. I wouldn't even come over here if I didn't believe myself. I fully believe myself. I do feel like I'm actually getting better. But, you know, we'll see Saturday.
Regis Prograis, everybody. Now, what of the man opposing you on Saturday night, Britain's most talked about fighter, I would say, a welterweight contender, intent on reaching the very, very top, Conor Benn. But I'm going to start off with your dad, Nigel. Nigel is one of the most explosive fighters of his generation, a two-weight world champion, a man who was at the heart of one of Britain's biggest boxing rivalries. So, Nigel, you know better than anybody what it takes to carry that Benn name into a big fight. How proud are you of the way that Conor has carried himself in these times?
Well, when Conor first started off, I thought he might, you know, just might scrape through being Southern Area champion. But I've watched him progress. Even the way that he trains is like 10 times better than what I ever done. Even at when I was world champion, he just brought it to another level. When I watch him train, I've never in my entire life seen anyone train like my son. He lives for boxing.
Regis had said, he's being very nice now, but he had said that this is levels and that he's been at the top and Conor's still trying to get there. How would you respond to that?
Well, you know what? Conor's continued to grow. We saw the first fight with Eubanks. He went in there to try and take his head off. Didn't work to plan. And then we boxed to his ability, what he's capable of doing. And he made the fight so easy. And we still haven't seen the best of Conor. And watching him now, how I see him back down at welterweight, and everyone said he's going to struggle at the weight. He is more stronger now and faster being at his normal weight. I just can't wait for him to fight.
How good is it to see the levels in which you thought he might struggle to become a Southern Area. Now he's filling out stadiums back to back on huge ring cards. You know, he's finishing off.
I know his capability. I know Conor's capability, and I honestly believe in my heart that he can be undisputed welterweight champion. I believe that. I can believe he can beat Ryan Garcia. I believe that he can beat Crocker as well. I believe Conor's got the tools to do it. And we ain't seen the best of Conor yet. To me, he's only just starting now.
Well, if he's just starting now, he's already come a long, long way. Now to speak to Tony Sims, trainer of Conor Benn, a man who's been instrumental in Conor's development from prospect now to contender. Regis is a two-time world champion, experienced, dangerous, proven at world level. What are the biggest challenges that this man brings?
Yeah, like you say, he's been two-time world champion. You know, he's a great fighter. He's boxed over here a couple of times, and I was at them shows, and you know, it's a good test for Conor at this stage of his career, and obviously Conor's mandatory challenger for Ryan Garcia, so he needs these sort of challenges, and you know, the camp's gone really well, and I'm really happy he's down at welterweight at his natural weight, and I think it's going to be a great fight Saturday night.
It's going to be a fantastic fight, two very, very experienced and elite operators. What does Conor have to do to deal with that experience that Regis brings?
Well, you know, I believe Conor's a world-class fighter himself, and obviously I believe that he's got the tools to beat Regis, and you know, the sparring's gone really well, and he's looked fantastic in the gym, and I just believe Saturday night he's going to be victorious.
No doubt. Now, Conor, it's time. Let you speak for yourself. Don't let everyone else do the speaking for you.
Yeah.
In the second fight against Chris Eubank Jr., we saw a more patient, measured, disciplined side to you. You boxed to a clear plan and showed a lot of maturity. I think you surprised a few people there. Should fans see that same approach, or are we going to get that ferocious Benn that we've seen earlier on in your career?
Yeah, do you know what? I had to go back and lick my wounds. I was, you know, I went back, I cried after the first Eubank loss. I come back, lick my wounds, and come back better. You know, it's only a loss if you let it beat you. I had to change, I had to adapt, I had to learn, I had to grow. I had to become a better fighter to beat Eubank and not fight the same kind of fight. And that was what I done. And as for this fight, you're going to get the old welterweight Benn back. You know, the performances with Algieri, Van Heerden, Samuel Vargas, they were more experienced, all of them. Been in with Virgil Ortiz, been in with, you know, Amir Khan, been in with Errol Spence. You know, so everyone I fight now will have more experience on me. That's inevitable, you know. But ultimately, I prepare hard and I work so hard, even to get this weight down. You know, and walking around at 175 for the past 2-3 years. To fight Eubank, you know, to drop back down. You know, a lot of people said I couldn't do it. Well, I've done it. You know, a lot of people say you can't do this, you can't do that. Well, watch me, I'll do it.
Amen.
Well, I can't wait to watch it. And if we're getting that version of Conor Benn, the Netflix viewers are going to be in for an absolute treat.
It's the weight I've been most dangerous at my whole career. You know, ultimately, the Eubank fight was an exception to the rule. I could not give the public any other fight than the Eubank fights. And I still don't think even winning a world title will trump the victory over Eubank. I still don't think winning a world title will beat the fight of the year. For me, the first fight was the best fight. It was the most enjoyable fight. But it's now time for me to come back down to my natural weight. People say I can't do it. I've done it. And get that world title and solidify my legacy. But ultimately, Regis is my world title shot. He is in the way of my world title. You know, it was the first name that was mentioned to me, and it was straight away. Yeah, of course, no problem. When? 6 weeks? No problem. I'll be ready.
There was never any doubt.
No doubt.
Listen, talking of that natural weight and you feeling ferocious, it has been 4 years since your last knockout victory. You were seconds away from getting one against Chris Eubank Jr. Does that drive you? Does that go into your mindset? I know how you think. You're a violent man in the nicest possible way.
In the nicest possible way, I'm extremely violent and dangerous. But ultimately, for me, you got to remember, I've been competing at a weight that's not my weight for the past 2-3 years. You know, fighting at 154, fighting at 160. It's not my weight. These are big guys that I've been mixing it with. So for me to fight somebody my own size for a change, it's exciting. And at the weight I'm most dangerous.
Talking to somebody your own size, where does Regis Prograis rank in terms of kind of name, value, his achievements? Is he the most accomplished boxer you faced?
I don't know. Algeria is a world champion. I believe Van Heerden was a world champion. Eubank interim champion at middleweight. You know, Eubank had a lot of knockouts on his resume at middleweight. But Regis presents different tests, you know, and as fighters, we love challenges. I love challenging myself against the best fighters there are, you know, but if it's a name that is mentioned to me, of course, no problem, I fight him any day of the week, twice on Sunday. So when they mentioned Regis, I said, yeah, no problem, instantly. You know, ultimately, I'm mandatory for Garcia for the WBC world title. It was a matter of, do I wait to fight Garcia, or do I fight Regis in between, you know? And that's a risk I'm willing to run. You know, I believe I'll win convincingly. Yes, he is world level. Yes, he has accomplished a lot in the game. But anyone I fight moving forward will be more accomplished, will have achieved more, will be more experienced. And it's my job to go in there and prove that I am at that level, which I will do without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
That's right.
How much does that motivate you, that idea that you can fight those guys like Garcia with a WBC welterweight champion on big stages like this? Because I know you like the limelight, you like the violence.
I mean, listen, a lot of people have been asking me about Garcia. A lot of people have been asking me about the future. That future doesn't happen unless I handle business on Saturday. So everyone asking me about Garcia and mandatory, and yes, that's a mega fight. Yes, it's a monstrous fight. Yes, I believe I take care of Garcia. But I've got my hands full on Saturday, and I believe I'm going to take care of Regis. Without a shadow of a doubt. And as a fighter, you have to have that confidence. But to go up to middleweight and do what I've done for the past 2 years, to come back down, you know, for me, it fills me with nothing but confidence.
What does Conor Benn do that Regis Prograis can't handle?
I mean, I'm extremely spiteful. You know, I'm a fast star. I'm just come out from the get-go and really impose myself. And listen, if I see an opportunity to close the show early, I'm going to close the show. If I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it. That's no offense to Regis. That's no disrespect to Regis. It's the way I fight. And if I see an opportunity, if I see the legs go, if I see a little chink in the armor, I'm going to exploit it.
Listen, it's going to be a fantastic fight. We've had a lot of fighters up here saying they're going to steal the show, but this one definitely is in with a chance of it. Now, Conor, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask about Eddie Hearn and your professional split from Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. What would you say to fans that feel you could deal with a situation, but perhaps been handled differently? How important is it for you now to kind of just focus on the boxing? So we'll get this out of the way.
There's a lot of noise. And there has been a lot of noise throughout my career. Ultimately, I love Eddie. Period. Point blank. You know, irrelevant of what's been said, irrelevant of all the noise, irrelevant of the back and forth. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for the noise. I've got love for Eddie. You know, and I know you're smirking.
I love it because
I know you're smirking, but it comes with maturity. It comes with age. You know, I've done what's best for me and my family. I've secured my family's future.
Amen.
That for me is more important
That's right.
than anything else on the planet. And any man can respect that, you know. Ultimately, I've got love for the man. And, you know, God willing, when this is all said and done, we can sit down and have a chat together. My door's open. You know, I have no ill feeling towards Eddie, Matchroom, Barry. I've got love for the whole team. I've got love for the family. But ultimately, this is about securing my family's legacy,
right.
solidifying my legacy, and making sure my kids go in private school.
Understandable, and boxing is a dangerous game. It's a hard game, and you do have to.
I know firsthand it's a dangerous game. I know firsthand. I've seen it. You know, ultimately, my job is to give my family the best life possible, and now I'm gonna do. Sure as hell gonna do.
Yes.
And I'm doing.
I remember we spoke to you in the build-up to the Eubank Junior fight, and I said to you, I feel like this version of Conor Benn is a Conor Benn I ain't seen before. It's a lot more mature, it's a lot more measured. And I'm going to be totally honest, I didn't think I would see that version of you. But now I also understand that being I wouldn't say necessarily the bigger man, but being, you know, the one to open the door, to send out that kind of other piece. You've invited Eddie Hearn to come and see you before the fight.
I'm not trying to be the bigger man. I mean it. It's not me trying to sit here and be, oh, you know, I'm sitting on my high horse and I'm not gonna try and be the bigger man. It's from my heart. I mean it. I mean it. From a kid, from 19 years old, I mean it. You know, so I ain't gonna sit here and talk all the talk for the cameras and the drama and this and that. Life's too short, man. And nobody's promised a tomorrow. You know, so I ain't gonna sit here and have beef with nobody. Well, after everything I've been through in my life, I haven't got it in me to fight that fight no more. I'm not that guy no more. I turn over with a chip on my shoulder. I turn over just wanting to, I was angry. I was angry.
Always.
Yeah, I was angry. I had that chip on my shoulder of, what, you think I can't do this? What, you think I can't do that? Watch me. Yeah, I ain't that guy no more. But it comes with age, it comes with experience, it comes with going through your own challenges, your own adversity, your own controversy, your own life issues. You overcome them and then you just become a better fighter, you become a better man, you become a happier man. And I'm just so grateful that I'm in this position. I give all glory to God. I give all glory to God because this opportunity was from Him. This fight is from Him. Where I'm at now in my career is from Him. He's paved the way for me. He leads the ship. He leads the way. And I lean into my faith. I let Him direct my path.
I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Now, when you and Nigel sat there, you're old and grey.
What do you mean when? He's...
You can't even see it these days. What you look back at your career, what do you want to have achieved now? Because this is the gateway, right? This is an elite level opposition, former two-time heavyweight champion. You've got to beat him in another stadium fight with all of the pressure, with all of the noise. 10 years' time, 15 years' time, 25 years' time. What do you want to have achieved in this sport box?
Listen, I've achieved more than what I thought I could when I first turned pro. I've given a lot of people a lot of drama, a lot to talk about, a lot of controversy. I want people to go when I'm done. Core them Benns could fight. And as long as I'm being the best version of myself, give myself every best chance. Give people highlight real knockouts. Give people fight of the year contenders. Give people the drama. Give people a bit of excitement, a little bit of character. People invest in character more than ability. Or just tune in and just watch. You know, I've lost fights that, I thought I won, then I'm gonna, lose fights that I should have won and win fights that I should have lost. I pour it all on. I just give you guys my heart. I fight with my heart on my sleeve. I give you guys everything I have. I can't do any more as a fighter than be the best version of myself so that when I turn up on the night, I'm good to go 15 rounds. I'm good to get up off the deck. I'm good to put them down on the deck. I just want to give people value for money. When my career's said and done, I want the kids and the families who sit around the TV and paid a lot of money to watch me fight go, oh yeah, I remember, back in the day, I used to watch you with my dad and with all the fish and chips in. And I see it with my dad and it's so humbling to see it. I want people to, in 10, 15 years time to go, I remember how you made me feel as a kid. We got a family together to watch you fight. And that's what I want. Just give people value for money, man, and people know what they're getting when they watch Conor Benn fight. That's right.
What a way to finish. Just before we go, Keith, I just want to ask you, how easy is it to manage this man when he just says yes to every fight?
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
How easy is it to manage this man when he just says yes to every fight? He wants to fight. He has the hunger for it.
I mean, he's great to manage. There's nobody he won't fight. He's a global star. He solidified himself over the last couple of fights, selling out a stadium twice, and it doesn't even get bigger than Saturday, right? Netflix, Tyson Fury, Conor Benn. And I'm predicting the fight of the night between Conor and Regis. You have a two-time former world champion, power puncher, comes to fight. Conor Benn's not going to take a backward step either. So I'm expecting a bloodbath, a knockout, and my guy to come out on top.
For sure. Before we wrap up, we have one more press conference to go. Conor, how does it finish? Come Saturday.
Oh, how does it finish? I'm gunning for the stoppage, definitely. This is my first impression back in 3 years? I just want to remind people why I'm one of the most dangerous welterweights out there. And I'll be gunning for the stoppage. As soon as I see an opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Regis, finally.
I'm going to go out there and shine and do my thing.
No doubt about it. Thank you very, very much. That brings us to the end of our second press conference this evening. Coming up next, we'll have Tyson Fury and Arslanbek Makhmudov. But before we move on, please, let's invite Conor Benn and Regis Prograis for their official face-off.
It's a cause I'm around. 50 Cent, you know how I get down. What up?
Here is the face-off until the weigh-in tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, from New Orleans, Louisiana, 30 victories as a professional, 24 by KO. He is Regis Rougarou Prograis. And his opponent, the man who has defeated every man he's faced in his career, from Essex, United Kingdom, Conor the Destroyer Benn.
I'm the type that you connect when the gangsters that bump my them they know me. I grew up around some just not my homies. 100 G's I stash it. These come we dump the from battery acid. This flow's been mastered. The ice I flash it. Jokes me, I had your mama picking out. Bastard, I'm on the next level. White link, baguette, bezel, Benz, pedal to the metal. Hotter than the tea kettle. What up, cuz? What up? What up, gangsta? What up, cuz? What up? What up?